We've just discovered that this huge pasture field is hiding a secret, a lost windmill that would have been the social hub of its time.
Joined by Baltimore digger and historian Evan of Salvage art, the weather seems to be forecasting a lovely day out in the fields.
But what remnants of industrial history are out here waiting for us?
Hey, it's Lucy and Ellie from Rome and Found, and we've got a special guest with us today, Evan.
Hey, I'm Evan from Salvage Arc. Thank y'all so much for having me out here.
Yeah, super excited to have you, Evan. We've decided to bring you to this massive pasture field because we've discovered that there's an abandoned mill in the far corner and we've got to check it out.
Oh, I hope we find some really cool coins.
Let's do it.
There's one thing missing from today's landscape that during the 18th and 19th centuries would have been as prevalent as your local bus stop: a windmill. In fact, here in Lincolnshire we had more than any other county in the UK, boasting over 800 individual mills.
At this time, the Industrial Revolution was changing social history forever. The huge advancements in technology were changing lifestyles, as well as causing a boom in population. The humble windmill had already been around in England since 1180 AD, but now they were appearing in every neighbourhood, servicing the growing population grinding grain into flour.
With such an important local resource situated in this very field, there must have been centuries of traffic to and from the mill, so surely the perfect location to find a coin or two.
Evan has literally got his first find in England.
And it is a really nice coin. Not sure what, you guys are the experts on this one.
Oh, is it like a big 50p?
Yeah.
It's big 50p, it's one of the really early ones.
Nice. There we go, what year is it?
So,
Queen Elizabeth?
Queen Elizabeth, and there should be a little date underneath, I think.
Nothing on that side. Oh, there it is.
Or is it on the side?
82. It's a good year.
Woohoo! First find of the day.
Awesome.
That's so good.
Sweet.
So I've just come up onto the hill a little bit, and I've got like a 12, 13 here. Looks like we might have our first coin.
Looking like a little coin.
Oh, the clod's trying to
What do you
collapse.
think it's going to be? Oh, what's that look?
What is it?
Do we think it's a shilling? It could be. Should we have a look? Oh, it's definitely Lizzie.
Is it a Lizzie
And I think we've got a Lizzie shilling.
shilling?
A Lizzie shilling. Where they started to take all the silver out of them, leaving them this reddy colour.
So that's 2 coins on the dig so far, one for Evan, one for us.
One for us, we're raising his 50p.
Oh,
One
yeah.
shilling, look. 1966. Older than Evans. Not a bad start, couple of
No.
coins. Always happy with that.
See if we can find any more.
This is a 1966 shilling, a coin that was first introduced during the reign of Henry VII and was one of the most popular silver denominations. So why isn't this one shiny?
Well, by 1966, the 60s were starting to move away from post-war austerity and experiencing somewhat of a boom with incredibly low unemployment. People were earning more than ever before. We won the World Cup, the Beatles released their legendary album Revolver, but there were still aftershocks of the World War, with one of the largest burdens, the wartime debt. It's this debt that has the greatest effect upon our coinage, with the already pre-existing wartime debt of World War I exacerbated by the new one from the Second World War. All traces of silver coinage were eradicated by 1946, with these cupro-nickel coins appearing in their place. Designed to circulate side by side with the silver coins, these coins were hard to tell apart originally, until of course over 5 decades in the dirt reveals all of their secrets.
That's 15, 16, probably worth having a look. Okay, we've got something in this clump.
Oh, it's a musket ball.
No way!
Yeah, look at that.
So cool.
Little musket ball. Great little find.
Oh, that's so cool.
Love him.
Did we find any musket balls in here last time?
I'm not sure
I
actually.
can't remember.
I don't think so.
First find for the artifact tin.
Coin and a musket ball. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a really big horseshoe.
It's probably the biggest horse I've ever seen. Bigger than your head, Evan.
Yeah.
I just picked up a 24.25. Definitely worth having a look at this one.
So I've spotted something, but I've got no idea what it is.
Interesting.
Something partly round, look.
Oh.
Quite flat. Is it like a big button, a boss maybe that's been
I
flattened?
don't know. Should I have a closer look
Should
at
we have a
it?
closer look?
We think it's a tube top.
A flattened tube top.
That's a first.
That is a first.
I've just had another signal, but Evan's called me over. He's found something.
So this is quite an awesome find. And it is like a bottom of a shoe.
Yeah, just a little old shoe bottom right here.
That's so cool.
You can see the nails right there,
Yeah.
which is really awesome. So, wasn't expecting to find a piece of like clothing out here, but I'll take it.
I'm wondering if there's like maybe an old footpath here somewhere.
You know, that would make sense. We're on the hilltop right here, so
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Let's keep looking.
Yeah.
Such a great find from Evan. Let's go and see what Ellie's been digging.
I should just be able to flick whatever it is out here. Not too sure what we've got, but it's looking like a little coin there,
A
look.
little coin.
A little coin. The question is, it looks like silver.
Is it?
Look, it looks like silver.
Oh, is
Look
it like
at that. Is it
a...
like a 3p or a 6p? We've got a lovely bit of milled silver here, I think. Someone's definitely sat underneath this tree and had a picnic.
Yeah, I thought it was worth having a look.
Pocket.
Thought it was worth having a look under here.
Should we clean her up, see what we've got?
Yeah.
This coin comes from a year that saw one of the largest industrial disputes to take place in British history, the 1926 General Strike.
A lovely milled 6p. George the 5th, it looks like. Look at that, 1926.
Oh, yeah.
The oldest find so far.
The general strike was caused by problems that began during the First World War, as a depletion in resources and cuts in pay saw millions of workers walking out on a 9-day strike. And industrial and social unrest weren't the only problems that the British government was facing at this time either. We also owed around $4 billion to the United States, a leftover war debt borrowed to equip troops and feed the nation that would take almost a century to repay. Which is exactly why this 1926 sixpence is only 50% sterling silver, a debasement of British coinage that began in 1920, a result of World War pushing the price of silver up and a debt to repay. In the difficult times this decade saw, many people would choose to hoard pre-1920 silver coins, putting them to one side preparing for even harsher times to come, so maybe this little coin wasn't too much of a loss.
Climbing up the hill, we are getting close to the location of our abandoned windmill. Nothing much of this great structure can be seen today, as all that's left is a small circular mound, but this would have been the perfect location for it.
With grand sweeping views, this would have been a great spot to catch the wind. As such a flat county, historically we were favoured with windmills, not having too much in the way to act as a windbreak. There were 7 different types of windmills that would have been built, but we believe this one was a tower mill, a brick or stone mill that was first developed in the Middle Ages. Windmills lasted for around 800 years, a crucial part of agriculture and life until the arrival of steam power and the combustion engine eventually made them obsolete. But their memory still lives on. Look around and you'll likely spot a wind turbine, a descendant of the humble mill that continues today, converting the power of nature into energy.
You can see it. What is it?
Yep. No, it's not.
Oh,
What is it, actually?
oh, it's like a horse harness ring.
Yeah. Ah. It's a little like bridal piece.
Yeah, like a bridal piece.
That's pretty cool.
Is this our first find to come from the mill workers?
Very strong 1920. Just on... I can't tell if it's on the surface, but let's see what it is. Ooh,
Look at that.
like a really big penny.
There's a big old coin there.
Ooh, I can see a little bit of detail on it.
It's looking like a big... Oh, yeah. Got a bit of a bust on there, look.
Ooh, wow.
Just a little bit of William on that side. Which means Britannia used to be on this side, I
Yeah,
think.
but we've got a little bit of William there.
A little bit of William. So that's a lovely 17th century copper there. Look at that.
Amazing.
Something from the mill.
This coin is one of the first to be minted under a constitutional monarchy, It's a William III halfpenny dating from 1695 to 1701 AD, and it was the start of a new era for England.
The relationship between the people and the monarch had been damaged after the English Civil War, ultimately leading to the end of the Stuart dynasty and the ushering in of William of Orange, Dutch stadtholder and the grandson of Charles I. This was known as the Glorious Revolution of 1688, a bloodless siege of power that hinged on incredulous rumours such as an illegitimate baby in a bedpan. The current King James II had become increasingly unpopular after his coronation, falling on the same beliefs that led to the English Civil War, proudly Catholic and believing he was above the power of Parliament. Rumours were soon spread to damage his lineage and help force abdication, the most famous being that his son was illegitimate and not even related to neither James nor his wife, smuggled into the palace in a bedpan and produced as an heir. Outlandish but damaging enough to give credibility to the Glorious Revolution and the right of William III to the throne.
24. Very clear signal. You see anything down there, Ellie?
Not yet. Something a bit shiny's appeared.
Trash or treasure?
Trash or treasure? What do you think?
Either at this point.
Could be either.
Big washer?
Is it a big washer? It's looking a bit like a big
it?
washer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big washer. No! So shiny.
And it sounded so good as well.
Ugh.
There is a reason why the William III halfpenny we've just discovered is so worn, a crisis in the circulating coinage that makes finding small change from this era incredibly poignant, especially when you realise that British currency was so bad at this time that there was simply not enough small change available. In fact, it was so dire that employers actually created incredulous alternatives to pay their workers. One industrialist even set up a tab at a local alehouse and instructed his employees to drink until they had whittled their wages down to the amount of change that he had to give.
Quite a strong 16, 17. Well, is it going to be like a button, perhaps?
There it is here, look. We've got a shiny little button.
Ooh.
No,
what is it?
I think it's a ring pull.
What type of ring pull is that?
Look, it's a ring pull. It's a retro ring pull.
No, retro what?
No!
Oh, that's so funny. Another 16 here. It's another retro ring pull.
Hope not.
What is it, Ellie?
It's a retro ring pull hoard.
Can't believe that, 2 of them.
Double.
This is a really high signal, so is it going to be trash or something cool? So this is incredible. So Ellie's just dug the hole and the coin is...
Oh, I found it. There it is.
Come up on the shovel.
And it's a cartwheel penny as well, which are super cool. It actually looks like it's got quite a bit of detail there. So it'll be George III, and they're a real beast of a coin. But you can see Britannia on there, can't you?
Yeah.
And then on this side should be, yeah, look, there's George.
Ooh,
Look at that. Wow. That's some amazing detail.
Oh my
on
gosh,
that.
I can see the writing around the edge.
That's the best condition cartwheel penny we've found. And we've only found 3. This is only the 3rd one we've ever found.
The other 2 came out of this field as well.
Absolutely. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
What a coin.
Wow.
What a coin.
Have you ever seen a coin of such size? This is a so-called cartwheel penny from the reign of George III, and it is the largest and heaviest penny ever struck in Britain.
These coins are quite rare, only struck in the year of 1797, a numismatic curio that was the result of a desperate move by the Treasury. The circulating coinage at this time was in a dire state. It was believed that as much as 2/3 of the copper coins in circulation were forgeries, and what little genuine coins were left were incredibly worn and often melted down to produce more fakes. So why produce a coin that was so huge? Well, the cartwheel penny was a result of one man, Matthew Bolton, an engineer who came up with the idea of producing a coin that was worth its exact value in copper, a 36mm beast that weighed a full ounce. Their thick border was designed to reduce wear, and they were meant to be incredibly uneconomical to fake. A coin you'd certainly know you had in your pocket, and one that was meant to restore the public's faith back into British currency. And it did work. These coins were actually very popular, and some even continued to circulate until 1860.
What a beast of a coin that. Look at that.
Massive.
Massive, could fill up the whole tin.
However, the experiment ultimately failed. They were impractical, and when the price of copper rose, many found themselves melted down, suddenly worth much more than a penny. In 1806, Matthew Bolton found himself minting a much smaller and lighter coinage, the cartwheel pennies in the pockets of the past. If you'd like to see more epic finds like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and support our channel.
Beginning to discover coinage from the 18th century, it is around this time that the windmill here would have been a thriving hub of activity.
The Industrial Revolution began in 1750, and windmill technology really started to catch on, with new mills introduced all over the country to service the local growing populations. The introduction of a mill would have been a great change to people's lives, mechanising a process of grinding grain that before, by hand, would have taken over 2 hours a day, just to feed the average family. However, the Industrial Revolution didn't always change lives for the better. By the early 19th century, the new factories opening up in the cities providing employment drew large numbers of farm workers away from places like here in the countryside. This would have made the mill and the farm here even more important, as less food was suddenly produced. Laws restricted imports and grain became precious as starvation began to become a serious problem.
From the top of the hill, we are finding it rather hard going. There's a lot of debris mixed in with the windmill's site, providing endless trash signals, so we thought we'd try our luck down on the old footpath.
There's some 20s on the surface here.
I think
We've got ourselves a...
we've got ourselves profit for the day, look.
Is that £1, £2?
£1.
£1!
Woohoo, look at that.
Can put that to our dinner afterwards. You got another coin, Evan?
Yeah, this is looks copper too. It's got a beautiful patina on it. Not sure what it is, but let's clean it off and see what we can see.
Come in for a...
Oh, it's very faint.
Oh yeah. Do you want a bit of
Yeah, let's try some water. See what we can do.
So we've got a nice little toasty penny.
Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful.
Hopefully maybe there's some more coins on this footpath.
I know, we should keep following it and see what we find.
$25, $26. Really solid. Let's see what it is.
Do you think it's going to be a coin?
I'm hoping it's a coin.
Quietly hopeful. Right, we're right on top of it. Ooh,
What is it?
it's a coin.
We got a coin.
Got a coin. I'm sure that's a coin. That's got to be. It's a really high number for one though. Let's have a little look.
very
Let's have a little
unusual.
Look. It's quite unusual.
You see anything on it?
I'm not sure. What have we got here? Look. To clean up the back a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Should we give it a clean?
Yeah, what do you think, Ellie?
I'm really not sure. I mean, it's really toasted. It's really warm. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to get an ID out of it. I don't think it's looking very likely though. It's an unusual size.
Yeah, I thought the size was quite strange, and the signal was really weird too.
Yeah, it's much higher than I would have thought for this size of coin, really. I would have expected a big old penny.
16, very solid.
Ring pull number 3.
Is that what?
Third ring pull of the day.
Third ring pull of the
Third
day.
ring pull of the day.
Well, you never find ring pulls.
I know.
Quite a consistent signal here with this 18. What is it?
I think we got a button.
Oh, woohoo! Is that our first button today?
It is actually our first button of the day, look. Little tomback button.
Oh yeah. Has it got anything on it?
Yeah, still got the shank. Wow, a little bit of it.
Oh yeah.
A button.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really chunky one,
It's
this
a beast,
one.
that one.
It's a really great signal.
It's a thick button. Ooh.
29 to 31. Is it gonna be another cartwheel penny?
Well, I hope so. What do you think?
I hope so. Flip that card.
I think we've got another one.
Oh, this is insane.
Is that another one? That's
Definitely
looking like another one, isn't it?
Another big penny for sure.
Another huge penny. Surely it's got to be a cartwheel, that. I mean, surely.
It sounded exactly like the one from the top of the hill.
It's massive.
Let's get it out. So we've got
Britannia on that side, look. Which means Georgie should be on this side somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit more
Not in as good condition as the top one.
No.
But in fact, I don't think it's as big as the top one.
Really? Maybe we'll get them out and have a look.
Because they did do 1 pence and 2 pence.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe this is a 1 pence and the one found at the top is actually a 2 pence.
This penny was the first of a new revolution of British coinage.
It's a cartwheel penny minted under George III and not by the Royal Mint. Instead, it was minted by engineer Matthew Bolton at his Soho Mint in Birmingham, utilising his brand new steam-powered coin press, a revolutionary invention that produced finer coins than ever before. It actually took Bolton 8 years to convince the Treasury to give him the contract to produce official coinage. He was appalled at the poor state of British coinage at the time, a worn and forged circulation that hadn't been helped by a population explosion, and made it practically his life's work to improve the standard, preserving his legacy by gifting the Royal Mint his own technology upon his death. Being produced by steam wasn't the only change made for these cartwheel pennies either. Britannia was redesigned to reflect Britain's supremacy over the seas, seating her on an island and grasping a trident with a warship sailing by in the background, significant at a time that would soon witness the Napoleonic War.
So good.
Double cartwheel. Look at
Double
that.
cartwheel.
Going in.
So
Look at
cool.
that.
It's a coin day.
It's a coin day.
So 1516 here.
A little musket ball.
Woohoo! Second musket ball today.
Second musket ball of the day, second cartwheel penny of the day.
Evan's had one as well. So that's 3 musket balls between us.
Musket ball number 2. Woohoo.
Yeah, 17. Quite a solid signal. What have you got, Ellie?
A musket ball.
Musket
ball number 3.
3.
Number 3.
4 in total. Little 12, 13 here. It is the last ring pull of the day before we go and get food because we're starving.
Trash.
We really enjoyed taking Evan out for a day digging, discovering the treasures left behind and imagining what life would have been like back in the day at the Windmill. Finding cartwheel pennies especially has been a real treat, such a rare and a beast of a coin curio that we can't help getting excited about each time one appears.
If you'd like to come on another digging adventure with us, then check out this video. Thanks for watching!